Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am about to read Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. So last time I had read The Minister, and now I'm reading Spinner's End, the chapter. So I am on chapter 2. Before I get started, you can like and subscribe, comment on the comment section, and click on the notification bell so you do not miss all these videos that's coming to you. And also, if you're new here, welcome, because, it's your first time here on this channel. So let's come up with a great start and let's read, the books together. If you don't have a Harry Potter book, it's okay. You don't have to, you know, read along. You could just listen and watch. And if you do have a Harry Potter book, let's read together. Hopefully this will be fun. She had knocked on the door before Bella, cursing under her breath, had caught up. Together they stood, waiting, panting slightly, breathing in the smell of the dirty river that was carried to them on the right breeze. After a few seconds, they heard movement behind the door, and it opened and cracked. A silver of a man could be seen looking out of them. A man with the long black hair parted in curtains around a shallow face and black eyes. Narcissa threw back her hood. She was a pale. Wait, no, she wasn't pale. She was so pale that she seemed to shine in the darkness. The long blonde hair streaming down her back gave her the look of the drowned person. Narcissa, said the man, opening the door a little wider so that the light fell upon her and her sister too. What a pleasing surprise! Severus, she said in a strained whisper. May I speak to you? It's urgent. But of course. He stood back to allow her to pass him into the house. Her still hooded sister followed without invitation. Snape, she said curtly as she passed him. Bellatrix, he replied, and his thin mouth curling into a slightly mocking smile as he closed the door with a snap behind them. They don't like each other. I can already tell. They don't like each other. They had stepped directly into the tiny sitting room, which had the feeling of the dark, padded cell. The walls were completely covered in books, most of them bound in old black or brown leather. A threaded sofa, an old armchair. Because tea had spilled over right next to my bed, ended up on my covers, I will have to continue on the floor. The show must go on. Okay. It aside and sat down, staring at her white and thimble hands clasped in her lap. Bellatrix lowered her hood more slowly, dark as her sister was fair, the heavily lidded eyes and a strong jaw. She did not take her gaze from Snape as she moved and stand behind Narcissa. So, what can I do for you? Snape asked, settling himself in the armchair opposite to the two sisters. We are alone, aren't we? Narcissa asked quietly. Yes, of course. Well, Wormtail is here, but we're not continue Vernon, are we? He pointed his wand at the walls of books behind him, and with a bang, a hidden door flew open, revealing a narrow staircase upon which a small man stood frozen. As you have clearly realized, Wormtail, he has guesses, said Snape lazily. The man crept, hunched blacked down, the last few steps, and moved into the room. He had small, watery eyes and pointed nose, and wore an unpleasing simper. His left hand was caressing his right, which looked as though it was and seized a bright silver glove. Narcissa, he said in a squeaky voice, and Bellatrix, how charming. Wormtail will get us drinks, if you like them, said Snape, and then he will return to his bedroom. Wormtail winced as though Snape had thrown something at him. I am not your servant, he squeaked, avoiding Snape's eyes. Really? I was under the impression of that the Dark Lord placed you here to assist me. Oh, that's so funny. Her cheeks behind her, Narcissa motionless, her face still hidden in her hands. Snape smiled. Before I answer you, oh yes, Bellatrix, I am going to answer. You can carry my words back to the others who whispered behind my back and carry fake tales of my teachery. To the Dark Lord. Before I answer you, I said let's ask a question to turn. Do you really think that the Dark Lord has not asked me each and every one of those questions? And do you really think that I had to give satisfactory answers? I will be sitting here talking to you. She hesitated. I know he believes you, but you think he is mistaken, or that I have somehow hoodwinked him. Fooled the Dark Lord? The greater wizard, the most outcome-publish. Legends the world has ever seen. Bellatrix says nothing but looked for the first time, and a little discomfort. Snape did not press the points. He picked up his drink again, sipped it, and continued. You asked where I was when the Dark Lord fell. I was where he had ordered me to be at. Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, because he wished me to spy upon Albus Dumbledore. You know, I presume that it was on the Dark Lord's orders that I took up the post. She nodded almost impudently, and then opened her mouth, but Snape forestalled her. You ask why? I did not attempt to find them when he vanished for the same reason. That's Avery Galaxy. The Carls gave back. Lucius. He inclined his head slightly to Narissa. I mean, not Narissa, Narcissa. Why I keep calling her Narissa? Like, that is just, I don't get it. I don't get it. But I think Narissa is a beautiful name, but Narcissa is just beautiful too. I don't know. I just don't know why I call her Narissa for some reason. Others did not attempt to find him, believed the finish. I am not proud of it. I was wrong, but there it is. If he had not forgiven we who lost faith at the time, he would have very few followers left. He had me, said Bellatrix personally. I who have spent years in Azkaban for him. Yes, indeed, most adorable, said Snape in bored voice. Of course, you weren't. A lot of use to him in prison, but Jester's was unfortunately fine. Jester? She shrieked. Mentors, you remained at Hogwarts comfortably, playing Dumbledore's pet. Not quite, said Snape. What's the dark arts job? You know, seem to think it might be bring about the relapse, tempt me into my old ways. This was your sacrifice for the Dark Lord, not to each of your favorite subjects. She jeered. Why did you stay there all the time, Snape? Still spying on Dumbledore for a master you believe dead? Hardly, said Snape, although the Dark Lord is pleased that I never gestured my post. I had 16 years of information on Dumbledore to give him. When he returned, a rather more useful welcome back present than endless recognitions how unpleased his Aunt Azkaban is. But you stayed. Yes, Bellatrix, I stayed, said Snape, betraying a hint impotence for the first time. I have the comfortable job that I had preferred a saint in Azkaban. They were responding up to Death Eaters. You know, Dumbledore. Okay, guys, I will see you guys later on the next video. Watch more videos that I've made like later on, you can click up on this link right here. And if you do want to watch more videos that's like, bad bombing, you can just like click the playlist. All right, well, that's it for today. Bye.